What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and Everton have just lost 3-0 to Wolves. We've got John with me. We decided that we'd do the match reaction as a live stream, so please come and tune in. It's not going to be a massively long video. It's just going to be our thoughts, probably 10 minutes long. John, how bad was that, mate?
Shocking. Probably one of the worst performances of the season, if not the worst. I said from the off go that I thought the team selection was wrong. I thought his substitutions were wrong. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and slag Carlo Ancelotti off. He's the best manager we've had probably in the Premier League era at the club. You know, we've done well to get him in the first place. But I thought his team selection was wrong today. He left better players who could have come in and done a better job on the bench. And I said in my match preview, it was going to be this easy. I did say 2-0. It finished 3. It could have been a lot more. Too many players have got their flip-flops on. And to be honest with you, I just want the season to end. The only thing that's keeping me going, as I said before, is the watch-alongs, because I enjoy them that much. But for the football side of it, it's absolutely
I've got to be honest, John. I can sit here and I just think half of them players in that blue shirt today were a fucking disgrace. I can't believe how bad they was. And I mean, look, I'm not even going to sit here and criticise Ancelotti, because a lot of people, we talked about it in the live stream, about the team that he played and, you know, the players that were on the pitch, the fact that there was 2 left backs, and look, the facts are Everton aren't good enough, and that was an absolute shit show today. You know, from start to finish of that game, we've been dominated by Wolves at home, and fair enough. Look, I expected us to lose to Wolves. I never really wanted to say it, but I expected us to lose to Wolves. I expected this game to be the hardest one that we had from the, you know, restart of the Premier League, and we got absolutely dicked in every position. The first goal for Wolves, look, people are going to say it's soft. People are going to say it might not have been a penalty. In my opinion, it's a penalty. Whoever that lad is, pronounce or whatever his name is, he does Digne, he does Baines and Gordon, and then he does one of those turns where he pirouettes over the ball, and Luca Dean he only just catches his leg, but it's his action. There's no need for him to dive in there, and Jimenez makes a fantastic. He just does a great penalty. It's a great penalty. And it made it 1-0. And honestly, from that moment, just before half time, I thought, right, we fucked it now. Because we went there for a draw and we fucked it. It was shit.
Do you know what you said in the live stream as well? I think that's Wolves' 50th game this season, and they looked as fresh as a daisy compared to Everton. They started this season early because they were in the Europa League, you know, and going on to the Europa League up until 4 or 5 games ago, Everton had aspirations to hopefully, you know, City would lose their appeal and there might be more European places, and we were saying hopefully Everton can sneak in the back door into the Europa League. I don't want the Europa League, because I'm telling you right now, we'll become a laughingstock, and that shit show will not be changed in one transfer window. It's going to take 2, 3, 4 transfer windows for Carlo Ancelotti to get the team he wants, for Everton's mentality to change, because that's what it is. Mentality. Them players are still getting paid every week after putting shit shows on like that. And as I said in the watch along, if I perform like that in my job, if anyone put a performance in like that in their job, they'd be suspended, they'd be sacked, they wouldn't get paid. They still get paid. They're not asked. And I'm telling you now, there's probably 3 or 4 players out that squad
John,
that I would.
I mean, we sat there again in the live stream. The one thing I'm going to say is, you talk about mentality. The fact of the matter is, John, I think it's going to take years to change Everton. Not seasons, years. Like, we are so far away from them teams in the 80s. It's unbelievable. And even the Dogs of War in 95, even the Moyes teams, you know, they'd always play for David Moyes. This is an absolute shower of shit, and I don't know whether it's the modern footballer or the players that we sign. They have not got the right attributes. Now, look, I'm not going to slag this player off. Richarlison today had a poor game. He was quiet because I don't think he really got into it. But ordinarily, Richarlison works his arse off. He gets everywhere for us. He puts in tackles. He tracks back. He scores the goals. He did. No,
He didn't do
didn't
that
do it
today,
today.
though, did he?
And
He
look,
didn't.
we're all allowed a one-off, but you need other players to step in. Then it shouldn't just be on one man, and it was today. I felt like if Richarlison didn't have a good game, we weren't going to have a good game, and it's
One does.
so poor. Another thing I want to mention is Gomez. No Gomez in that team today. Gomez didn't look a happy bunny. And you know, looking at the league table today, Everton can drop as low as 13th.
Yeah, and you know, I was just looking at the league table there. We're 11th at the minute, and I've been going on about how poor this season's been, and you know, the other lot won the league by whatever many points they've won it by, what have you. Everton should be higher. After spending £500 million, we should be higher than 11th. It's down to mentality. It's down to the players who couldn't give a shit. It's down to poor signings that Marcel Brands has made. And I'm telling you now, if he doesn't have a good summer in the transfer window and a decent January where we maybe bring 2 players in, it's hard in the January. If he doesn't pull up any trees with the signings in the summer, he will go. Marcel Brands will go because it's not good enough. He's watched that. He's sitting through these performances just like we are, and it's not good enough for Everton Football Club. And I sound like a broken record because we're constantly saying this over and over and season again, and it's not improving. And if we play like we have the last couple of games, Aston Villa will beat us and Bournemouth will beat us, and I have no doubts about that. As Michael's just said, we could drop right down that league, and it's a good job. We've had little patches in this season where we put a little run together, because if we haven't, we could be in serious danger going into these last 3 games of the season, the way we're playing at the minute.
Right. Do you remember the Chelsea game where Everton win 3-1? Duncan Ferguson managed it at Goodison. Right?
Yeah.
In that game was, we're going to win. They battled for every ball. And this is not me saying Carlo Ancelotti's any different. I'm taking a pop at the players here. That is the same group of players. Now, how can you have the mentality to go into a game against a Chelsea team and go into a game against a Wolves team completely different?
Well, I think Duncan picked the right players in the right positions. And when you look at the team choice today, that doesn't help. And again, I'm not going to sit here and slag Ancelotti off. Maybe sounds like I am, but I've said along, I think it was a poor team selection. Duncan picked players to do a job against Chelsea. He picked players in the right positions and they worked for them. They put a shift in for Duncan. Whatever it is, maybe it's down to the simple fact that it was a bit earlier on in the season, so the players were trying and they're not trying now because they've got their flip-flops on ready for their holidays with their suitcases packed. I don't know. It's, for me, they need a rocket up their arse. Duncan should be stepping in here now and saying, look, 3 games to go or not, you fucking perform or you're gone. And he needs to sort of get in front of Ancelotti here. Leave Ancelotti to the training methods and to pick the team, because that's what the manager does. But Ancelotti wanted a voice in that dressing room. He wanted someone to stay at the club who knew the club, who knew the dressing room, and who knew the players. That man was Duncan Ferguson. So now he should be shouting it from the rooftops at them players. Pull your fucking finger out,
John,
or you're gone.
I don't disagree. I do not disagree. I mean, the second goal for Wolves was as bad as the first. It was 2 minutes after the restart. Young lad comes on, Braithwaite. Look, I'm not going to sit here and slag him off. But he loses his man. His man runs straight across him and makes it 2-0 from a basic free kick. And then 70th minute or something like that, whenever it was. But yeah, it's played over the top. Ball bounces off Jota's chest. Fucking Michael Keane and Coleman are nowhere near him, and he slams it into the near post by Pickford. But what I'm also going to say is Pickford almost made another mistake again, and he laughed. He sat there and laughed, and this is the biggest thing that pisses me off. Is Pickford should be fucking mortified that he's made a mistake. Yet again, he's not arsed, and that just pisses me off. Like the entire team pisses me off. They're a disgrace to the shirt.
If Alisson Becker makes that mistake, there's no way he laughs. He will pull off a worldie the next opportunity he gets to redeem himself. Jordan Pickford doesn't even try to redeem himself. For the goal, yeah, it was a good finish by Jota where it was played over top, don't get me wrong, but he got beat on his near post. You know, he fumbled one, as you spoke about then, where it was on the line. It was only that much from going over. You know, that won't affect him. That mistake does not affect Jordan Pickford because he's not asked. If a top goalkeeper makes that mistake, it fucks with their head and they try and redeem himself. He's not asked that he's fucking up like that.
He's low on confidence. You can never say Jordan Pickford is low on confidence because his head wouldn't fit through my fucking door. I looked at that team today and I tell you what, right, we've been trying to calm down, not swear on streams, not swear on videos, but that lot was a fucking disgrace today. And a lot of them don't deserve to be in a blue shirt. And you know what, look, irrespective of whether you agree with Carlo's team or not, that team he put out today should not be losing 3-0 to Wolves, irrespective of if there's no right backs on the pitch, 2 left backs on the pitch to play 3-5-2. There is no reason to lose 3-0 to Wolves. I would have accepted a 1-0 today. I would have accepted maybe even a 2-0. But the fact it could have been 5-0 if Adama Traore didn't hit the bar and Pickford manages to scramble his own fuck up off the line is a joke.
Do you know, I expect to get us by Wolves, and this sounds really negative from Two Blues here on the channel, but we've come to expect this now. If Everton would have put a fight up today and had missed opportunities, and there was one point there, we had the ball in Wolves' box once in an hour. Once in an hour. Now, when you get beat 3-0 and play like that, that's why we're pissed off. And we do apologise for the swearing. We are trying to curb it. That doesn't help us trying to stop the language. But what I will say, if we get beat 2 or 3-0 and we put a performance in, you hold your hands up and you go, well, yes, the lads tried. You know, they were unlucky, blah, blah, blah. They weren't even unlucky, as Michael says. Could have been 3, 4, 5, 6 today. Only for better finishing. Traore at the bar from fucking 10 yards out, wherever he was. Should be scoring it to make it 4-0. You know, they had other numerous chances where I think Luca Dean slid in and blocked a shot. Great tackle in the first half. It was a laughable performance. It was a joke of a performance. And they got today what they deserved.
No, and I'm really looking forward to
nothing.
what Carlo Ancelotti says because, look, I want to see him be fuming. I want to see him pissed off. I don't want him to come out and say anything other than, that was shit.
What I will say, he's normally done his pre-match interview now. So I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't surprise me if they're locked in that dressing room and they come out the blocks on Thursday. Hopefully, I'm not saying they will, but come out the blocks on Thursday at Goodison Park against Villa as if they've had a rocket up
their
their ass.
A lot of people are saying that this
deserve.
is the worst team they've ever seen in an Everton, you know, a group of players. Now, this isn't the worst team I've ever seen, I don't think, but it's not far off.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, looking at some of them, it wouldn't bother me if Pickford was sold. It wouldn't bother me, you know. And I don't know for the life of me, I don't know why Chelsea are after him if they are after him, being linked with him, because Kepa is 10 times better than him. But I would take Kepa straight away, straight swap. I'd have Nick Pope because the goalkeeper. When I've played football, everyone's played football. Michael has. The confidence in the team starts from the goalkeeper. If you've got a confident goalkeeper, it rubs off onto the centre halves and the defenders. Then it pushes up. When you've got a shit show of it in between them sticks like him, what you'd expect from the rest of the team, confidence-wise? Nothing.
The whole team's a joke. And, you know, Everton go into them games against Bournemouth, against Aston Villa, favourite to win. And I just don't know. I just think it's a fucking joke. I just think it's a fucking joke. I think it's a good job we're not in a relegation battle. Let's just say that.
Well, what I will say, I'm telling you right now, I think there's 3 games to go. I'm going to say it now. If there was 6 games to go or 7 games to go, I would be really worried about relegation.
Right. Leave it there.
Right. Yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll let everyone go and get their Sunday dinner. I'm having a butty because the missus is in town. Hope you enjoyed the watch along, everyone. Sorry for the language. It has been a bit choice, but listen, sometimes you just can't help yourself. We did do a vlog today. I don't know when Michael's putting that out. Absolutely fantastic again. If we don't speak to you before, there will be a match preview. I think Michael's doing the next one, or we may do a joint one for Thursday game. If we don't speak to you face to face like this on a video before, we will be back on Thursday with another watch along. Please join us, folks. Again, thanks very much for your support today. It's been absolutely fantastic.
YouTube have finally managed to sort out their live streams. So it looks like we got around 2,500 people watching that live stream today, which, look, is a phenomenal number, bearing in mind it's a Sunday and the season's over. Thank you ever so much. Don't get me wrong, against Saints we got 5.5, against Spurs I think we got 3.5, but both of those games were night games after work, not a weekend where you've got jobs to do and it's your days off. Thank you ever so much. It all means loads to us. We've started doing a few more streams. Obviously the videos are still there, but they're not getting as many views, and I think the reason for that is there's so much football out there. So we're just trying to keep the channel ticking along from our perspective, just to be straightforward and open and honest with you, but also make sure we're giving you guys some content that hopefully you enjoy watching. So look, I am leaving it there. It was a shit show. We've lost 3-0 to Wolves, a game that I don't think we should be losing. Make sure you tune into the watch along on Thursday. Match preview will be out on Tuesday. We've got a vlog coming out tomorrow. Guys, I'm leaving it there. Have a fantastic one, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you for watching.